I apologize that we could not rest for longer, but our path this eve is a long one, and it will lead us through unknown land. This Marak has a temple of sorts, high up in the mountains, and we will be traveling on foot through ash. It will not be an easy journey, but it is one we can make together. Orisa, I will need your keen eyes on the hills around us. And Inigo, should you smell anything unusual, call my name. And Serana, should something come close enough, freeze it or burn it alive. You will not fall in this land of ash. We shall master it together. Now gather your things. We must be on our way. All right.
What is it?
The moon will guide us, provide us more light. The ash in the air will make this difficult, to say the least. They've been accommodating enough. Thank you for the information. I appreciate it. They're not forthcoming when it comes to this Marak. They do not wish to speak of him. Perhaps that is wise. We know not where his ears are, how far his influence stretches. Perhaps it is time for a song. Something to keep us motivated along the way. We need to find a path up into these hills, if you could call them that. Unusual structures, not seen their like before. And the wildlife here, I've heard tale. Wait, those creatures are ahead. They're attacking another. If we're fast, we may yet be able to save their life. Strike swiftly. Watch for the dome. You there, traveler.
Thanks. I wasn't sure I'd make it off this farm alive. I wish I could have said the same for my man here.
Sorry. Those creatures, we've faced them before, in a tomb. What are they?
Some of the Redoran Guard have taken to calling them ash spawn. Me, I don't care what they're called. All I know is they're a danger to Raven Rock and they need to be stopped.
Indeed. What brought you this way? This farm does not seem in use.
I was going to search for clues that might lead me to wherever they're coming from. I know it isn't the best place to start, but we know they've been coming from this direction.
This direction? I may be able to offer help, assistance. These creatures might tie into something greater, something that I search for. I will offer you help, for now.
Good. I can use all the help I can get. Besides, I don't feel comfortable leaving Raven Rock behind. And I'd hate to lose any more Redoran Guard.
Indeed. Do you have any advice on where we should begin?
We were searching the farm when the ash spawn ambushed us. Have a look around and see if you can turn up anything useful.
I will. While I have your attention, have you heard of one named Marak?
I might know someone. Or maybe not. I can't remember.
You can't remember? It's a similar reaction that others have had. Do not play coy. If I am to help you, you shall help me. Tell me what you know of him.
I can't. I just can't be sure. I think maybe he had something to do with a temple. A temple here on the island. Does that help?
Somewhat. It at least confirms what we know. Very well. Is there anything else you can tell us of these Ashspawn? Anything more than what we know so far?
No one knows, really. Superstitious folks say they're the risen forms of those that died long ago. But I'm not so certain. They started attacking the bulwark a few weeks ago. My men were able to kill them, but they keep coming back.
How often? Is there any coincidence in these attacks?
We've had 2 other assaults on the bulwark, at different spots on the wall. I know it sounds crazy, but it's almost like they're becoming more organized and probing it for weaknesses.
Intelligence. You suspect there's a motivation to their attacks, then?
Exactly. Something has to be directing them against us, and we need to find out who or what it is.
Indeed. Perhaps we search for the same thing without knowing it. Thank you, Captain. I will do what I can.
Report back to me if you discover anything unusual.
We shall. Stay safe. They leave the Fallen. Perhaps it is their way. It is not my own. These creatures, they return to ash. Still with heat. I can feel it radiating from them. That captain. He spoke like the others. Like they knew Marak. But they couldn't focus on the idea, the thought. It's almost as though he is blocking their minds, altering their memories. If that is the power he possesses, we should be cautious, lest we become like them and forget our purpose here. We must remain focused. But we shall help here. I can't imagine Marak's presence and these Ashspawn not being connected. Let's see what I can find. Again, I'm sorry for your loss. I wish there was more we could have done. If only we were faster. Wait. This old home. It reminds me of a place I fell to. Yes. After Sovngarde. Strange route. Nothing too bizarre. There are others like it here. I'll bring it back all the same. Perhaps you can test it for us, Serana. Find its properties. Smelt the food. I'm not surprised. However, I am surprised that they can grow food in this climate. Hardly any sun. The ash blocks out much of the sky. I don't believe we'll have much trouble during the day, Serana. Perhaps you could have rested for longer. I'll wake it up to you, I promise. Perhaps the ash itself may hold answers. I don't like the idea of digging through it, but there's only one way to know exactly with what we deal. Right. They're small nuggets of ore. More of the ash. I'll search the others, see if there's anything more. Wait. Paper. A declaration of sorts. Allow me a moment to read. Raven Rock Stronghold. My calls for the unconditional surrender of your forces and an immediate cessation of all hostilities have been ignored numerous times. I therefore have no choice but to assume your purpose on Solstheim is hostile, and to treat Raven Rock Stronghold as an enemy of the Empire. I warn you, any attempt to breach Fort Frostmouth will be met with an equal level of aggression. I will do everything in my power to wipe you and your forces off the face of Tamriel. There will be no further communications between us. General Falx Carius, Garrison Commander of Fort Frostmouth. Falx Carius. I do not know the name. This Falx. The Empire's presence on Solstheim has been very little. For many years, we have no stronghold. Not here. I do not like the sound of this. Captain, I found something.
Have you found something?
Indeed. A note in one of the Ashspawn.
This is strange. The note says it's from General Falx Carius, but that's impossible.
Impossible how? Why?
Well, Carius was the Imperial garrison commander at Fort Frostmouth, but he died over 200 years ago when the Red Mountain leveled the place. There's no way he could still be alive.
What would you have me do?
If General Carius is still alive, there must be something keeping him that way. I need you to head out to Fort Frostmouth and check it out. I'm going to head back to Raven Rock and prepare the men for further assaults.
That would be wise. I wish you and your men the best.
Be careful. This General Carius sounds out of his mind.
Let me get out of your way.
You're fine. It is not the task we are here for. But there are oaths. Things I swore to long ago. Things that I thought I had broken away from. If there is one of my own here, locked in some form of turmoil, I would release him from it. It is the least I could do to atone.
I hope so.
Frostmouth. I'll need to see that small map of yours. See if the thing is marked, and how far from this temple it might be. Allow me a moment. Frostmouth is much closer. The southern coast of the island. Not up into the mountains, not where this temple is. But such a detour will not take us long. And should we not face this general, then Raven Rock may fall. These Ashspawn are formidable. To us, not so much, but to the guard they will be. And this Falx does not seem willing to stop. Stay the path. Stay alert for their spawn. Follow the coast where we can. What paths? What creature? It seems peaceful.
Where'd you come from?
Leo?
Done and done.
Or not. Tasty? I would hope so. This fort may be along this path. Not much of one. They hardly seem marked. All this time on the island. Perhaps they've become buried under this ash. Lost to time. Let's just be careful we do not become lost ourselves. The Red Mountain. Morrowind. How far the Empire has fallen. I've never seen one. Not in all my years. I heard tale. Beautiful creatures. Almost impossibly graceful. I see no spawn. But no doubt as we near the fort, their presence will become more numerable. Countless old tombs. Not that of the Dunmer. Perhaps the Norns. Let's not get too close. Keep to the east. Follow the moons. They will lead us true. There. An old fort. May be what we seek. Or another. Voices. I hear them. Quiet. Dreams.
The book in my dream showed me. The book in my dream showed me. The book in my dream showed me.
He seems disturbed.
It couldn't be done. He said it, but they were wrong.
I will speak with them. Stay back for now. Flying by the 9.
What? Oh!
Quickly. Dead. Definitely dead. Was it a mage of some kind? Young. Just a boy. You fool. He spoke of a book. I'll search him. There's a journal. Will take a moment. They said it was impossible. They, not me. I knew. The book knew. It knows all, and I know all. All I need to know to fly. They laughed. The others were afraid. Don't even try, they said. They said it was impossible. They, not me. The book is filled with knowledge. The book fills me with knowledge. Secret, hidden knowledge. My knowledge. I must hide the knowledge. Hide it away deep inside. I will eat the book a page at a time. Slowly, slowly. I will become one with the knowledge contained on its pages. In its pages. In me. The knowledge of flight. They said it was impossible. Clearly mad. And there is no book, So, this madman ate it. This is a strange land. It's certainly living up to its reputation. And that, if I'm not mistaken, looks like a fort. Perhaps the fort we seek. And if that's so, be ready for these ash spawn. I see no watch in the walls. To the left. They not have archers. No way to guard themselves. To make use of this fortress. 200 years. It stood strong against this ash. There will be a way in. We'll find it. Sounds like trouble. Ah, there. We'll attack the one on the outside first. If others follow, they shall be dealt with. Track it. Wherever it goes. It sounds near. On the wall. Take it. Well done. Others. So they can fire from afar. Stay at the ready. Others sound like they're inside. No. Long dead. Elsewhere then. I hear more. They're not done. Not yet. They sound like they're beneath the structure. Embedded perhaps in the stone itself. Find an opening if you can. If you cannot... perhaps there is a way. But that way is not here.
I love a good fight.
I know. We'll leave it be. For now. Seek others. Seek this Carius. This must be the fort. Keep your eyes at the ready. Should it emerge,
You're going
shoot
to
it down.
Men, an invader has entered the fort. Prepare yourselves for an ambush.
General, we need not fight.
Fort Frostfall will never fall. Long live the Empire!
Where's that voice emanate from? I come from the Legion, brother. Stand down.
You asked for
I see no others. Well done. Quick work of them. This general is here, but I did not see him. However, I heard him. Into the fort. We'll find him if we can. Put an end to this madness. They rise from the ash. plan ahead. Find anything? Anything more than ash? You can smell them then. All right. Stay at the ready. There are many of these piles. Be mindful of traps. This is a general. They will be prepared. Perhaps these spawn. These soldiers. They could be legionnaires. Either fallen or sworn. Bound to this general somehow. I'm on you. Leave the pile for now. There will be more to fight. Down we go. Force order! Watch for my swings. You were awfully close. Way further down. My sense of smell is confused here. Well, I promised I'd make things up to you, my friend. If there are spiders, I'll leave them to you. Judging by this webbing, it might just be your lucky day.
So, you want to dance?
I believe they do.
Yeah!
Nicely done. One more. Not your regular spiders. Strange breed. Native to this land, perhaps. Explosive. It's unusual. Carries on further. Eggs. The little ones emerge from the eggs. There are perhaps others. I can hear them. Any more?
A lot of nothing.
Good. This one yet lives. Oh, apologies. Not always to tell when you've risen them. I can't imagine she likes that very much. Be smart early on. Chest. Suit your desire. Open it up. Must carry on. Through here for now. It's barred shut. Another way, perhaps. Yes. Down we will go.
This place smells troublesome. It may be a good idea to ready our weapons.
I agree. No doubt there are more of those creatures here. There. is the dead that have been risen. Buried legionnaires, brought back from their graves, forced into servitude, or perhaps they continue to serve of their own free will. I see no general, but I see nothing else. Notebook. Very well. Let's see. Day 32. It's been almost a month since unearthing the crypt at Fort Frostmoth, and I haven't seen a single spark of life in the general's remains. What? So he was risen. Grafting the Heartstone to the subject is proving much more difficult than originally anticipated. I've used almost every method I can think of, and still there's no sign of reanimation. At this rate, it could take years before I make any progress, which is time that I cannot afford right now. If my vengeance is to come to fruition, I need results. If not, I may need to resort to more drastic measures. Day 47. It appears finally that I'm making some progress. After my latest experiment, General Carius's eyes briefly opened and he moved his arms. It lasted for less than a few moments, but it's the first sign of progress I've seen since we arrived here. A few of my assistants were insisting that I was imagining things, but I dismissed them for their insolence. They won't be bothering anyone ever again. Day 55. General Carius awoke fully today. He bolted upright after my incantations and began staggering around like a blind man. He seems to ignore my commands. In fact, hearing my voice seemed to increase his hostility. I was able to remove the Heartstone before he became violent. But this isn't a result that I expected. Even though he's able to be awakened, I feel as though the real work has just begun. Day 59. The General is still unable or unwilling to listen to my commands. He's acting increasingly paranoid and appears to have his own free will. He's convinced that I am a spy or the enemy, and I have had to restrain him to prevent him from outright attacking me. This is becoming intolerable. I'm beginning to wonder if someone with a Heartstone can be commanded at all. If my experiments with General Carius fail, I may have to resort to self-experimentation, something I've been avoiding for a long time. And that is the last of it. So Carius is not doing this of his own free will. He was brought back. Perhaps he is. Perhaps he was able to break free. Fine blade. Perhaps for yourself. A gift then. Or perhaps better, we can return it to Carius himself. I'll carry the thing for now. Not here. Perhaps the other tower. There was still one more. Another entrance. Perhaps that's what we need. Or through that door. If we find a way to unbar it. Or at the very least I might shatter it down. We'll avoid that if we can for now. Collect your arrows. We'll have more use of them yet. Back outside. The sky is growing brighter. The morn is upon us. And I can hardly tell. It's saying something. Thought but for a second I heard wings. Just my mind playing tricks on me. Into the fort. Prepare for more. Carries. Stay your blade. We need not fight. Fine. You leave me no It did not need come to this. I must know if this man was being controlled. We need answers. If this was not him, if this was the fault of another, I will punish the wrongdoer. A mighty cudgel. He would feel wrong taking it from the man. I will leave it with his blade. Both will stay here with him. If you wish to take loot, make it something else. No sign of this intruder. No journals. A moment. There's elven armor in here. Perhaps this was the work of an elf. Not that sorcerer. No. That man was long mad. There must be an answer to this riddle. Something that I cannot yet see. But for now, Ravenlock will be safe. If any of these ashen ones remain, we'll return to the ash.
Don't like the looks of this.
That voice. Did you hear? Keep at the ready. It leads back through. Nothing. Perhaps the one who was causing this. My dearest Selena. This is my last letter. I don't know if you'll ever get any of them, but I'll keep them on me just in case. Something happened here, Selena. It was horrible. Something happened at the Red Mountain, but I can't describe it. It's 100 Oblivion gates opened at once at its summit, and it's spitting fire and death in all directions. Fort Frostmoth has been completely destroyed. The walls crumbled like loose dirt and the land is on fire. Everything around me smells of ash and death. I don't know where anyone is. I've been trapped in one of these lower sections of the fort, and I don't expect to be rescued anytime soon. I miss you, Selena. I want to hold you and the children in my arms and tell you that everything is going to be fine. But I don't think that will ever happen. Give my love to Sericus and Ataya for me. Tell them their father died bravely defending the Empire, so that they can hold their heads high when they speak of me one day. And you, my love, when you close your eyes at night, think of me so my spirit can finally come home. Yours, always and forever, Maximilian Axius. No chance of delivering those now. And there are others. I will take them. If I ever come across an axiom in our travels, I will pass them on. This place. The one who was doing this, who brought this upon them. He is not here, and that's what concerns me. To the top for now. We can survey the area, see if there is anything else, any that might remain. I'm sorry, friend. All right. We can see far. But no sign of the one who caused this. Perhaps this is the work of Marak. Or another. Flames burn in the distance. Many. This is an unusual land. Unlike any I've been in so far. Strange. Yet in one eve, we have bettered the lives of many. Perhaps there is more to this. More than just Marak. But we will not lose our purpose. We will not lose our focus. We will not fall prey to the weakening of our minds, not like the others. We remain fast, we remain firm. Marak will be found, and he shall answer for the lives he has already taken. The pretender will fall.